Good afternoon. I've had lots of questions about this Ikea unit. It's a 5x5 one. I have on the top 2 rows have left a space so I can put bits and bobs, and I've had a little bit of a change around and I've put these new units that I've bought from a UK supplier in them, and the lower 3 rows are actually covered up with doors and cupboards and stuff like that, and I can show you that a little bit more. So the first one, the top 4 going this way are Stampin' Up punch holders. If I get a bit closer, what I've done is I've just literally used a tester pot just to colour the front fascia, because what I didn't really want it just a plain sort of chipboard, but the punches are all in there. I've tried to sort of put them in sort of order, and my room is a pastel coloured room, thing room, so I've sort of tried to tie that in. These little tester pots are sort of 60-70p from DIY shop, and they're really handy. You don't need to buy a whole paint pot. So the first 4 are that, and the second 4 are A4. In UK we have A4 and 12x12 paper holders. I toyed with lots of different ideas about them, but what I decided to do is try and combine both sets of papers, because I had lots of you know, 12x12s. If I try and go to an angle, you can see that I've made these little tabs, and that just shows me what colour it is. What I did, if I can pull one out, is the tab is on a clear piece of acetate, or this is actually binding, front cover of a binding display wallet, and I made the tab same colour, and obviously I've put the name on there, so from this perspective that you can see all of them. Obviously you do have to come to the side. If I'm turning around, there isn't name on that side. I have decided, oh, shall I put the name on that side as well, but hey, it's only me using this space, but you could do if you wanted to sort of see it from both angles. So I have all the different colours. This is Stampin' Up paper, cardstock, and also lawn fawn, so there is a slight mixture. As you can see, I've managed to get a few different colours in each section. It's snug, but you know, it works. There's the sort of greens and browns, and obviously going, and then I had some sort of the whites here. So, and these ones down here, what I did is made a little tab, and obviously you have all the different things in there here. So these are the things that I tend to use, or may use a little bit more now I can see them, because they're all sort of jumbled up, and that's all the Christmas stuff there. The last 2 holes basically are some fabric and some more fabric, and then some buttons and stuff like that for my sewing area, which is over there. So basically, let's stand out. This is how that looks. Then the next 5 are cupboards. Let me open one up. Let's excuse the mess. But basically, these cupboards fit. They actually slot into the open space, and you have to obviously screw it in. What I did is I bought mixtures of handles. As you can see, they're all slightly different. That's Easter. I know it's not Easter. So I wanted to sort of mix the handles up. The handles were like, I don't know, just like little plain silver ones. They wasn't very inspiring at all. So, and the next section down is drawers. Again, this is an insert that you fit into the open space, and it allows you to have 2 drawers. So I wanted obviously a cupboard there, some drawers and stuff. In here's all the presses and stuff to make shapes and stuff. And then obviously these bins, apparently, well, people are calling these bins. It's a great way to define them. They come in different colours, and obviously that's sort of the colour scheme that I was going for. They're pretty big. They can get a lot of stuff in, as you can see. That's cross stitch stuff. So I wanted to have not just loads of open space. I wanted to try and put some supplies behind, because I think my room is quite a collective. It's certainly got a bit more cluttered over time, but I really wanted to have some things put away as well. And I really love this unit. These, as I said, are from a UK supplier, Creations from Rod. They're around about like £50 each. You buy so many, you get a discount and stuff. So they're certainly worth it if you feel like you know these are something that will have a slight statement to your room. And I sort of try to, I stuck to sort of 4 colours, but just move the different colours around, just to sort of try and break it up. But so I will explain what's in my cupboards. Let's have a little nose. So this is just some sewing stuff, some twine and stuff. So basically that's kept there. This one is my camera holder, binding stuff. So if you want to make little books and stuff like that, don't use this as much as I'd like most of our craft supplies. Now here is just bits and bobs, some mini albums there, some magazines and stuff. I try and keep the magazines because obviously if you're feeling that you don't feel very inspired, you can obviously look through. These are some Stampin' Up stamps, some Stampin' Up things that I made at craft fairs. These are from other people as well. I've kept them just because obviously they're really nice for inspiration. I've just kept a few of the overloads of the stuff in there. Some more here. Again, you can double up, use the space. What I will say is people have asked me about the punch holders, and they literally feel, I mean, if you know a Stampin' Up punch, which is the big one, this is the size. If I go to a slight angle, this is how much it sort of overlaps. So there is a lot of dead space behind it, but I'm not really fussed about that. You might think it's a waste of space. Well, if it is, then obviously don't purchase this sort of holder. But I think you know, if you wanted to use the space behind the storage, and then certainly could do that. But I'm not bothered. Obviously the card is A4, so these, go to the empty holes, do go quite far back, so they maximise the space there. Where do we get to? The drawers and stuff. So I've got things like sponges and Polly Pockets, bits and bobs in that one. These are obviously these impressions that you can put clay and colour up and stuff like that. These are some empty jars for embossing powders. Let me remove this. Twine, lots of different twine. I find it really easy to try and keep each sort of associated craft together, and that way it's easy. So this is decoupage, obviously, if I wanted to do some of that. Oh, these here come with the storage units, and you can put them behind, and obviously it will move the punch forward. I've just left them in there. Supplies, stationery supplies, more stationery supplies. Let me move this one. This one I made. Oh, so these are the tester pots, deluxe. Sprays and stuff like that. These are, I do find these really handy. Like I said, they're about 60-70p each, and they're perfect. So this is well-being, and obviously I've just literally coated the edge, and I didn't tape it off. I just used a paintbrush and managed to do that. Pretty simple, not hard. Bits for the camera and the label maker. In these ones, that is like wadding and fabric. More fabric. Cross stitch stuff. I certainly don't do enough of that. I'd love to get back into that. These are just bits and bobs, like things for projects and stuff, candles. And if we can squeeze into this one, oh, these are all like sweetie bags. So yeah, so this is my 5x5. Ooh. Stepping back into my room, if you can see it. Certainly you can do different combinations and stack them on top of each other. That's not a problem if you are unable to get hold of these. But the door handles really set it off as well. And I've just put some lights that were broken. They were like flowered lights on top. I just kept them just up there for decorative use. But if you have any questions about this particular part of my craft room, please let me know. And hopefully I'll be able to sort of carry on filming different sections of my craft room, because I've had lots and lots of questions about different elements and some information about that. But yeah, have a great afternoon, and I'll see you later. Bye.